Yeah, because you're not leaving your teammates out there to dry. I mean, for me, I worry about always having my teammates' backs and always being out there knowing that, no matter what, I'm going to be out there unless I'm injured, and then that's a different story. But for me, I'm going to be out there, and I'm going to have their back, and they know that they'll have mine as well. For the coaching staff, for the fans, especially here in Houston, the front office, I mean, I'm here to play.
That's James Harden, who's done it all this year for the Houston Rockets. He's leading the NBA in assists, second in the NBA in scoring. I'll ask you, CT, what's it going to take for him to bring home the hardware to win the MVP?
Well, obviously, he's going to have to continue to put up numbers. He can't catch Russell Westbrook as it pertains to triple-doubles, but he's already got 20. So that's a huge number right there. And he just needs to have team success. To me, that's what separates James Harden from Russell Westbrook. Both guys have put up fantastic seasons, so then you kind of have to go to the next thing on the ledger, and that would be wins. They went head-to-head on Sunday. The Rockets destroyed Oklahoma City. And we look at the projections. I know you're a betting man. When you look at the projections that Vegas had, the Rockets were only supposed to win about 44 games. They're at 51 right now, 8 games to be played. So what if they win like 56, 57 games? How is that not MVP status?
You're a smart man. Adrian and Rocky, too, came over and she said, win. That's exactly what he needs to do.
Yeah.
I think the more wins he gets, the bigger number that gets. Now, all of a sudden, you stick your chest out. Oh, he's only won some 40-something games.
Right.
We're creeping towards 55, maybe even 58 wins. Like, we're competing with a legendary organization like the Spurs and one of the all-time great teams as far as the Golden State Warriors. We're third. We're third in a loaded Western Conference where that is something that I think Russell Westbrook has really gained a lot of steam as of late. His team success, the fact that they have gotten hot, they added guys like Taj and Doug McDermott, I think that's really bolstered the confidence of that team, but it's translating to W's. I think that's why Russell Westbrook, this is such a head-to-head race, but they need to go out and finish strong. They have a lot of winnable games in their schedule.
Yeah, because to get MVPs or to get triple-doubles, does that necessarily mean you have to win an MVP? If you're so valuable, then your team should be winning a lot of games. And I always like to say, you said it at the beginning of the segment, he's leading the league in assists. James Harden he's right behind Russell Westbrook in points and averaging about 8 boards per game. So it's not like, Russell Westbrook, first guy since Oscar Robertson averaged a triple-double. He's not blowing him out of the water in terms of stats.
Do you think it's going to hurt or help him that he was so close 2 years ago to winning the MVP? Steph Curry wins it.
I think that will work in his favor because people will realize that he's played at a high level for several years and he maybe should have gotten it a couple years ago. I certainly think he should have gotten it, and I'm a guy who's in Steph Curry's corner, but I think James Harden was the MVP. So now people will say, okay, he's still playing at a high level, didn't get it then. Let's make sure this guy gets recognized. And you understand, since 1985, no player who has won MVP has finished worse than third in the conference. So that does not bode well for Westbrook.
Yeah, I just wonder if this is going to hurt him. Mike D'Antoni, the new coach down there at Houston, obviously had unbelievable success in Phoenix. Who's his point guard in Phoenix?
Steve Nash.
Steve Nash won back-to-back MVPs.
Okay.
Do people kind of look at the system now and go, put anybody at point guard, they're going to go out there and have an outstanding year. That may be true. Now, for those Mike D'Antoni haters, New York wasn't a success, except for Lynn, but he had Carmelo. Lakers wasn't a success, but he had Kobe. He had ball stoppers in those places. With true point guards, it just seems like anybody he has, anything he touches turns to gold.
But is James Harden a true point guard? Right? Like, he's not a true point guard. Russell Westbrook is an ideal number one point guard. I know Harden throughout his whole career has handled the ball a lot, but would you say he's a prototypical point guard? You can't classify him as such.
I actually think he's the toughest guy in the entire NBA to guard in this offense that he plays in right now. I don't see them slowing down. I think he's going to have the next season